innovation in research can support sustainability and its practices, concepts and cases. A few things which I like to mention at the very beginning of my speech, that there are funds available for the research for those who are interested in India. I have around 50 research projects where I was the PI, and out of those around 25 was the international research project. I never felt any problem in getting funds for my projects. So those who tells that there is no funding, it is challenging and others, that means they don't the right type of work and right way to approach the funding agencies. The funding agencies for the research will not grant fund by seeing my face, but they will grant by seeing my proposal and my background, what I have done. So if anybody is interested to get funding from the agencies, there are a number of agencies in India and outside India. So you must have a focus. My stories will be on those only. How I put my innovative processes in some of the researches and I got benefit out of it. And not only I, the society got benefit out of it. These are some of my topics. I know that I have started just the time when the session was to end. So I'll take around 35 to 40 minutes and you have to bear with me if you are interested to listen to me. People are aware of this. Sustainable development, 17 Sustainable Development Goals. And this is also available in the website, everywhere. You get all this detail, what are the parameters, targets, and what to achieve, how to achieve all these things. So my work area today, which I will explain, are related to goal number 3, good health and well-being. Goal number 6, clean water and sanitation. Goal number 7, affordable and clean energy. Goal number 9, industry innovation and infrastructure. And goal number 12, responsible consumption and production. But most of my works are related to this goal number 12. And before I go for this detail, I like to ask you some question. Question means I like to take your thoughts. Like you know that sustainable development and sustainability is easy to achieve if I am interested, if you are interested. Do you agree or not? Yes? And for that, I need to have my own commitment to the society. I need to have my own commitment to the environment. And for that, I will request all of you today to take a pledge with me for protecting our environment and for achieving sustainable development goals. I have written already here, and I'll request all of you to stand with me and read whatever is written, if everybody agrees. Do you agree? Yeah. I hereby take an oath on this 23rd March 2024
on this 23rd March 2024
at St. Xavier's University, Kolkata,
at St. Xavier's University, Kolkata,
that I hereby express
my commitment
to protect environment,
to protect environment,
to support sustainable development goals
to support sustainable development goals
by practicing
by practicing
waste management
waste management
and circular economy
and circular economy
at my home,
at my home,
at my office,
my office,
and in the society.
and in the society.
I also commit
I also commit
to make at least
to make at least
30 people
30 people
aware of these aspects
aware of these aspects
to achieve sustainable environment.
to achieve sustainable environment.
Thank you very much for taking this oath with me today. Previous speakers, I heard that they were saying about generation of waste. Generation of waste is a sin. But you cannot avoid in some of the cases. So to imbibe, to include this idea, we made a phrase or the words that is zero waste. Have you heard zero waste? Yes. So you know the zero waste means those who are from the mathematical background, they know that tending towards zero is a very popular term in mathematics. So this zero waste is tending towards zero. The waste which you are generating, you have to try to tend those waste generation towards zero. And that's why you call zero waste. How? Let me see. You know that in India from 2014, Swachh Bharat Mission, a mission which is introduced by Government of India, and then Swachh Sarvakshan. Swachh Bharat Mission deals with sanitation, waste management, ICT, and some other thing. But I focused on sanitation and waste management. The people in India are so interested, so much, that in 2016, the Sarvakshan, a survey to assess how the cities are working towards waste management and sanitation. Only 76 cities participated in that big survey, which is called Sarvakshan. You can check your website. In 2016, there were only 76 cities who participated voluntarily. That they will have a nice waste management, they will have a sanitation program, they will have ODF, open defecation, closing open defecation, and all this. In 2023, in place of 76 cities, 4,242 cities came forward. See the graph. So who tells that nothing is done in India? In 2014, the data manager, you know that you are all managers or would-be managers. You know that if you don't have data, you are not saying anything. In your statement, if there is no data, your statement has no meaning. In 2014, we didn't have much data management system in India for waste management. How much is the waste generated? But today, we have a very good data management system in India. If you click button, you will see how much waste generated in India. And that number today is more than 62 million tons per year. 62 million tons. And this is only the municipal waste management. Apart from this industrial waste management, biomass around 500 million tons of biomass waste is generated every year in India. Huge. The more the generation of waste, the more the scope of work in Sustainable Development Goal 12. Let us see how we, and this is a photo which I am showing. This is the inertia and the interest among the people in India who took oath and pledge for sustainable development goal for effective waste management. We have number of rules. You know that somebody was saying about policy. Of course, policy is needed, but most importantly, the awareness among the people on the policy. If you have number of policies and put in the file, nothing will happen. So the policy would be effective if it can be implementable and if people implement. In 2016, we have seen that there are a number of policies and rules in India, but many of those were not very effective. So we revamped all the waste management rules in 2016, and even today. We have our battery waste management rule, we have our EPR. EPR, you must know, everybody. Extended Producer's Responsibility. We are now implementing it. Electronic waste, the computer, mobile, huge. What we will do? Will we throw it in dhapa? No. If we throw it in the dhapa in dhapa, then what will happen? The resources we are depleting, but we cannot have the power to deplete anything because we cannot generate the resources. So the natural resources we must not deplete, but we have to try so that it can come into again the mainstream. I'll show you how to take it in the mainstream. Goal number 12, there are a number of around 9 subsections and then another 12A. I'm not going into the detail, but here the focus is you reduce your consumption pattern. You are going to your marriage ceremony, invitation, and there are buffet lunch or buffet dinner. So will you take as much as possible to fill the plate, or you will take the maximum amount which you can grab? Even today you will see that the plate is full and half grab and rest of the part, hey, what should I do? Yeah, there is a waste bin, put it there. Wastage of resources. And everywhere, if you look into it, explore, you will find that we waste a lot of materials. And each of the material, if you look into the supply chain, you will find that there is a link with the natural resource. So everything like my specs, like microphone, laptop, chair, table, everything, if you go to the origin, you track back, you will find that there is some amount which needs to be extracted from the natural resource. Why we are interested in sustainable development goal? Why it is necessary? Because of us. We extracted huge natural resources in last one decade, in last 1 century. And as a matter of fact, today, our next generation is at stake. What they will do if the natural resources is not there? Then we thought about and we put all these Millennium Development Goal, then Sustainable Development Goal, Circular Economy and many other things, waste management. But now, this is the time to call upon that we have to effectively implement this. Otherwise, our next generation is at stake. What they will do? But it is not only a statement, it is the oath taken by everybody that yes, I have to do something, I have to add value to this process of the global activities. And then only I can claim that I am a responsible citizen. The first need is awareness. That's why everywhere where I am invited for this speech, I take an oath with the people so that the awareness level is multiplied. If this 50 people takes the awareness of 30 people, then at least from these 50 people, 1500 people will be made aware, and so on and so forth. It will increase. So this is one of our objectives, to spread the awareness of this on the sustainable development goal. What is two? You know that every one of us, we generate from 300 grams to 1200 grams of waste every day, and multiply by 30, multiply by 365, multiply by 12, that how much waste you are generating. You will find it is nearing ton, 1000 kg. And we are now 138 crore of people. Imagine how much waste will be generated, how much area you will need to put the waste. So, the question is, 3R, reduce. Change your consumption pattern. Change the production pattern, so that today, if you are taking 500 grams of any raw material for production, redesign your product, redesign your process, and reduce it to 450 grams. Then you are saving 50 grams per product. So, I'm just giving an example. So there are many processes by which we can do it. The waste which you are throwing, don't throw it. Store it. Because you know that there is nothing, no technology which has evolved even today, that you cannot generate waste. No process can generate waste. It will generate. But those waste should not be considered as a depleted material. You have to reuse it. You have to recycle it, so that waste which you are saying this is a waste, it should come in the mainstream, and you again utilize that material for a second product. We have done it. We are doing it. And everybody must know that this is possible. And these are all my models developed. This is for the whole waste management, and this is for also Kolkata dry waste management. Forget it. The first thing is circular economy. Because you know that today, we sometimes call waste is wealth. Many of you have heard it. So how this waste to wealth can be implemented? If you just read, this is my definition of circular economy. It was published in 2019 in one of my books on circular economy. Circular economy is a system-based approach. Today, as I was saying, what we do is we extract the material, then the material produces something, the product, then it is sold, consumed by the people, and after consumption, say this mouse, it has a life for its intended use. So maybe 1 year. So after 1 year, this mouse does not have any meaning to me as mouse. What should I do? Then we term it as waste. Should I throw it away? No. So this extract, produce, consume, dispose at the end of its lifetime, then deplete. Should I follow? Waste dumping? No. Instead of depleting, what we will do is we will take this waste in a closed loop cycle. And that concept we term as zero waste. We are not allowing to generate this waste to go to the depletion point, but we are taking this waste as a circular, in a circular path. So this zero waste approach, so this circular economy is an elevated knowledge or elevated way of handling the waste in a zero waste management. What is zero waste management? This material or each material at the end of its life cycle for that particular intended use should be such that this is possible to be used in a second manufacturing process. You are not throwing it away. The second point, the energy which is consumed in the process, you redesign your product. You redesign your process so that energy consumption is less. Water consumption is less. Heat is less. The manpower is less. And the machine running time is also less. So with all this, you save resources, energy, water, and this material, as I said, that at the end of its lifetime, this material should be capable of use as a raw material in a second manufacturing process. So what is that? You take this material, put it in the manufacturing process, and again produce a different product. That means you have a second manufacturing process. In that second manufacturing process, you are not extracting any raw material. This generates product. If you have a new product, that means you are generating a business because that will be sold in the market. It brings economy. And for a new manufacturing process, you have employment opportunity. So this is circular economy. Circular economy is not only recycling. Circular economy involves redesign of the process, redesign of the product, conserving energies, and making the waste at the end of its lifetime fit for using as a raw material in a second manufacturing process. This material then we call secondary raw material, SRM. So this is circular economy, and in my language, everywhere I say that circular economy and waste management is the way of life today for everybody. Whether you are from commerce, management, science, arts, engineering, medical, everywhere. And this is applicable in every sphere of life. The the kid who has taken bath today, from tomorrow it is applied to him. Because he or she is generating waste every day. And till the end, when you are taking the last breath. Okay. There are a number of manufacturing processes. I am not going to that. My first innovation. Do you know what is this tree? Have you seen? Jute. If you go beyond, 50 kilometers from here towards north, you will find a lot of jute. Now, this is the time. So this jute is a very important material today. What we do, this is a plant. We break it. Look, the final form of jute is this. This one. Pointer আছে. So, however, this is the plant and this is the form of jute after debarking. And you know that this debarking process is very, very hazardous. How? Because this is the flow chart I have taken. So what you do is you cut the tree, then take it into the near the water body. So after 2-3 days, you put the water inside the water body so that it is just at the level. Put it for 21 days there. Then the farmers go to this knee deep or waist deep and they divide those things and make the jute fiber. And this is the process, see. Very much hazardous process they are handling. After seeing this for many years, I spoke to the managing director of Jute India Limited and the Jute Mission. I told, "Ye chalega nahi. What you are doing? Hazardous people, hazardous waste process. So people who are working in that hazardous process, they are in danger. Three, the water body, that is, the waste water is generated, huge waste water is generated. So I need some money. What you will do? I will try to change this process." They gave me 86 lakhs in 2 phases. What I did? So these are all processes. See, this is my machine, and this is my machine. Like what we did is, that is the bundling, that is okay. After the tree is cut, they bundle it. Then that bundle in single plan is taken to my machine. This is my machine. I'll show you a small video. So, in one place, 50 plants will be put into my machine. And instead of 21 days, the debarking, one side is the jute, other side is the jute stick. You know jute stick and jute. In my machine, it is done in 90 seconds. After seeing the first phase, they were interested to give me the second phase. Total is around 86 or 87 lakh. So who told that the research funding is not available and it is very tough? You have to show it. You have to convince the people, the funding agency, that yes, I will do something and that will be helping the society. And you know that this machine was given to the DPC, their marketing place, where the farmers will come, they will be trained and they will use it. But the problem is there. Whenever the implementation of this new innovative things comes, then the involvement of the government people comes in the way. If they are not interested, if they are lazy fellow, then all of your research output gone in vain. So this is one innovation. And by this, how this helps in sustainable development goal? This reduces 99% of the water use. This reduces the conversion of fresh water or the pond water into wastewater. This reduces the productivity, this enhances the productivity. And the last is, this enhances the quality of the jute fiber which is produced through this machine. This is number one. I got the patent of it in 2014 from Bangladesh, and in India 2010 and 2014. This is one of my machines. Look, this one. Plastic waste. It is a menace. It is a very big problem throughout the world. And not only now the plastic waste for our land, the plastic waste is a problem for the ocean also. You know that millions of dollars are being spent now for reducing the marine debris. We are also in a problem. Taking fish is a problem now. Microplastic, nanoplastics. But where is the problem? Problem lies with us. Why? We throw it away. Once the plastic is used, we throw it away. And that is the start of the problem. And it goes either to the landfill site, either to the drain, water body, ocean, and all the problems again came back to us. So we should be very careful about that. No littering of plastics, and not only for us, but also for your child, but also for your friends. Please encourage them, no littering for plastic. And use effective plastics, not as thickness. Because today, I believe that you know that using manufacturing and storage of any carry bag, plastic carry bag, less than 120 micron is punishable offense. Using SUP, single-use plastic, like the straw. Even today I have seen the people using plastic straw for taking coconut water and cold drinks. No, this is a vanity. We should not do it. From 2022, 1st July, SUP in India is banned, and in many other countries. From 1st December 2022, use of less than 120 micron thickness of plastic carry bag is banned in India. So we must be aware of all this, and if there are anything we can see, deviation, we have to object. In 1999, I saw many places, even this pollution control board, say no to plastic. Then I contacted the CPCB Delhi. The chairman and member secretary, both were from Bengal. So I told, sir, ye nahi chalega. This is not a right word which should be written by the pollution control board. Because do you know how many people are getting their livelihood from the plastic business in India? In India, the plastic business throughout the world is in the 3rd position. US, Brazil, China and India, 4th position. There are huge amount of exchequer. So why you are saying this? Say waste management and control of the use of specific plastics, not say no to plastic. They told how? I told recycle. Then I asked them for 10 lakh of rupees in 1999. They sanctioned me 9.9 lakh. And in Jadavpur I developed this machine. Eco-friendly use of plastic, waste plastics. From the waste plastics which you see, the granules will be made, and then these granules will be used for making this type of chair and all other things. Huge business potential. So in that way, how did I support sustainable development goal? The consumption pattern I have changed with respect to the plastic use is concerned. And huge employment. So this is another area. I have the video. If time permits, you can see that. Time? How much time will it take now? 5 minutes. Okay, no problem. And the next is, you know, that sustainable development goal through this waste which you are generating. Do you know that whether the building in which you are staying, that is made of the waste which you have generated? You don't know. But we are producing cement out of the waste which we are generating. This is one of my research areas for last 10 years. So the waste which you are generating, see, these are the waste. Dumping ground, legacy waste dump yard like Dhapa, taking those waste, screening it, taking the part of plastic, so we call it RDF, refuse derived fuel. And this refuse derived fuel, we are taking this to the cement plant or the waste to energy plant, putting it into the furnace. It generates heat. In cement plant, a part of it generates heat, and the rest part of it generates clinker. So if we ground clinker, it gives us cement. So as a matter of fact, the waste which you are generating, it is used for the cement manufacturing. And in India today, I have been in the committee in ministry in 2018, we formulate the procedure. And today, nearly 80 cement plants are using this waste for cement manufacturing. Of course, the amount is not much. 300 tons, 500 tons, 700 tons, every day they are using. But the other area, I have my research project in 2 of the plants Norway has funded, that is in Vizag and Guntur. They are using 1200 tons of municipal waste which you are generating every day, and we are generating 15 to 20 megawatt hour per day of electricity. These are the activities through innovation supporting sustainable development goal. Right? This is a ACC plant which we are working on, and these are all my researchers are working, and any type of waste you can use in cement plant. We call it co-processing. So cement plant, we can produce cement out of your waste. We can produce electricity out of your waste. We can make a very good plastic product out of the plastic waste which you are telling. And of course, I have shown the jute. It is little different, but it helps in reducing the water wastage, generation of wastewater, production time, productivity and quality of the product, and many other things. So, these are all, but I'll keep the videos. If you are interested, you can take and you can see those. Because of time, I could not show that. But again, I am telling, don't be discouraged by hearing that research, nothing is done in India. Huge amount of work is done in India with respect to the sustainable development concern. Only thing is that you have to keep the right track with the right information. If you don't have any information, don't comment. Take the information and only you comment that whether something is done in India or not. With respect to the research project, there are a lot of funds. I have given my example. If you do rightly, if you can convince the people, money is not at all a problem. So with this, I am thankful to the organizer for having my time with you and learning from all of you. And anytime, if you are interested, you can contact me. This is my website, this is my phone number, this is my email ID. And I'm handing over now to the moderator.
Reduced to 90 seconds or something like that through a machine. Is the machine is a new invention?
Yeah.
Or it is a new invention?
Yeah. No machine is there. That's why the Bangladesh and India gave the patent to me for that particular machine. So, machine is there even today. But the implementation by the government agencies are little, you know what is happening everywhere. But this is a new machine, and there is no other machine than this for this type of process.
And my second question is that the time 21 days was probably required for the bacteria synthesis or something like that. How it can be done in 90 seconds?
Yeah. My machine, you have rightly pointed out, you know that the process is called rating. What is the rating? Rating starts from, you take the plant and put into the water. It takes around 21 days for the lignocellulosic part to be separated. And then it becomes only fiber. The people go inside and just scratch it out. But in my machine, it is only the debarking of the green part which contains the lignocellulosic part. So it separates, the stick goes this side and the bark goes that side. You can see the movie. And in that way, this stick is going to the sun for drying. So no water, zero water. And this bark, it is put in a plastic jar, that basin. And there the water is given for for separating the lignocellulosic part, and that takes around say 11 to 14 days time for all this organic matter separation, and then you take the bark for other processes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for that point.
I am Noel Mukherjee from iLead. So, as you mentioned that your device is actually improving, like reducing the wastewater consumption or like generation of wastewater, and you also mentioned that it is improving the quality of life of the workers who were working in a hazardous condition. So, can you please enlighten like what were the hazards that those workers were actually?
All right. Have you seen any time the rating process of jute? I believe no.
I have seen, but not.
Then no. The person who has seen that, automatically it will come in his mind or her mind that what is the hazard. Anybody who has seen, you believe? I believe you have seen.
I have not seen.
Anybody? The jute rating? No. Okay. So what is happening that this is our water body. Put it for 21 days. Okay. Then all this lignocellulosic material, and you know that like whenever the plant is there, apart from lignocellulosic material, there are so many contamination which can come into the water from this tree. So those are there. So now whenever the farmer, this waste strip water, they are doing all those things. First thing is that the contamination with all contaminated water and the skin. So there are possibility of skin disease. Second thing, the water which they are handling, it goes inside always, because it is not a very bhadro process. It has taken a lot of hassles, no? So this is the way. It is very much hazardous for working in that area, and moreover for say 10 hours, 8 to 10 hours, one shift, they have to work there. So all this, cold and cough and other things, that is also a problem. And the fourth thing, you know that whenever you are in waste strip water, and this is not a very clean water, so there are a lot of other problems, like say snake, like other insects, they can easily bite it. So these are the hazards, no? Apart from other hazards. And second thing, the water. Yeah, we don't need any water body. So in that way, it reduces only 90%, 99% of the water use. And whatever water is taken, that is only in the bucket, put that mass only, and take the processes. So this way, it is really unique.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I am Father Suresh, and I'm basically a researcher in life science. So I do get involved with a lot of this environmental research work, but at the laboratory level. One thing that I appreciate you is that the enthusiasm that you have for this kind of maintaining and promoting this SDGs certainly is very encouraging today. One thing I was impressed with your work is about this jute plant, your machineries, and one of the suggestions that I have from my perspective is that you said that entire lignin cellulose gets washed off in the water, if I get correctly, and then your machine also is able to separate that part of lignin cellulose. If you could capture them,
yeah, that can be also another waste to be used.
It will go into the entire bioenergy of biotransformation and so on. So whether your other project can be of that.
Thank you. No, you take that project, I'll help you.
I will be helping you.
Because you have rightly pointed out the RDF, which I was telling, that refuse derived fuel. So that is the waste from this part, and it can be used as a fuel even.
Yes,
it can be used for briquette, for other material. But you take the project, I'll help you.
Yeah, sure. We'll collaborate on that.
Thank you.
And second is about your plastic machine that you have shown. I think there what requires is a lot of networking. Not all could afford to buy those machines and utilize them, because I'm sure that they're expensive and you're going to make them into
okay, I got your point. You know that after that was developed in 2006, then pollution control got West Bengal government. they applied for Indo-Canadian fund for this machine, and they got the approval for 1 year, and they advertised also in the newspaper that those who are interested to take this machine, 50% of the aid will be given from this Indo-Canadian fund. So that time, if I can remember, the cost of that machine was around say 17 or 18 lakh. So out of that, they also had two. One attachment was also there. So they have the option that you can take attachment, or you can take the full machine. 50% of that will be given by the Indo-Canadian fund, and there were a number of takers of that machine during that day. So it is expensive.
At the end of it, you are going to create granules. Right?
Of course.
But those granules have to be taken by somebody else.
Look, those guys who do this business, they are richer than us. So taking this machine, say if they spend 25 lakh for this machine, they will earn more than 25 lakh in 1 year. It's a very good business. The waste out of this machine, the granules, plastic granules, this is produced by HPL, Haldia Petrochemicals. They sell it varies. They sell it from 100 rupees kg to 200 rupees kg, depending on the season. And this these guys sell at 45 rupees per kg, 35 to 45 rupees per kg. But whenever the HPL raises their price, they go up to 90 rupees per kg. What is the cost? Maybe 15 rupees per kg. They are richer. They don't bother about this price. That is not a point for them. But Sudhin, beggar cannot do business. If you are interested to do business, you must have a business plan that, okay, I will invest this much and this is my return on investment. If it serves, then only I will go for the business. But if from the very beginning I tell that, oh, bahut sare, kimti hai, oh, I cannot afford, forget it. You are not to do business. So that's the thing. And there are a lot of people who are doing this business very nicely. Thank you. So I believe that they are running short of time. They cannot say anything. But I appreciate their concern. So I will be here for some time. So if you have any question, I can discuss. And my email and phone number is given there. So you are welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. As we conclude this transformative session on sustainability and innovation, let us carry forward the spirit of collaboration and ingenuity that is ignited here today. Thank you for being here.